Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Mrs. Smith 88. So today I have my September 2022 home fragrance empties. We have a mix of candles, melts, and some wallflower bulbs in here. So I used 16, I think 16 candles, maybe 15. I think it's 15 candles. That brings us up to 141 candles used this year. So I am 9 away from hitting my goal of 150 candles used. So September was a good month. September is when I got to bring my fall fragrances back out and start using those. So let me jump in and show you guys what I used up for the month of September. The first one I have here is a Nature Wick Woodwick candle. So this is a division of Yankee candle. This is in the fragrance Wild Berry Plum. And on cold, this is a gorgeous, deep, dark, sensual berry fragrance. But when I was actually burning this, and I burnt this in a small area, I actually burned this in my bathroom, the throw wasn't really that noticeable. So I was glad that I picked this up on the Yankee candle clearance. I think I paid like $7 for it. If I would have paid over $10 for it, I definitely would have been disappointed in this fragrance. Sticking with Yankee Candle, we have here Pumpkin Banana Scone. You guys know I have been crazy about this one this year. This is one of the Wick signature soy blends. These do burn relatively quick for being a larger candle, but I'm a-okay with that because they do emit more fragrances than a traditional Yankee Candle paraffin blend candle. So this candle, it smelled a lot like banana bread, but I didn't get too many pumpkin notes in it. I was hoping the pumpkin would be a little bit more predominant when I burnt it, but unfortunately it was not. But I still liked it. I was happy with the overall performance of this candle. Lots and lots of Yankee here. Here is another Yankee. This is Rose Lemonade. You guys may have seen this in a recent outlet haul. When I first smelled this, I was a little off-put by it. It smelled a little bit cedary. It smelled a little bit like pencil shavings. I had this burning in my bedroom. My bedroom is decent size, but it's not big by any means. And this was just another one that I really couldn't smell. Right now, smelling it after it burned, it did smell a little bit like rose water. Right now, I do have Lily of the Valley in my bedroom from Yankee Candle. You guys will see that in October's empties. And it has been a powerhouse. It's been a great candle, but unfortunately, Rose Lemonade just wasn't. And I find that pretty common with the Yankee candles. That's why I don't really like spending over $10 because they can be so hit or miss. Now, something I have had a good run with is these 3-wick candles from Yankee Candle. These are almost always powerhouses. I did use up 2 of them this year. Another pumpkin banana scone. I ended up burning the tall jar in my living room and I ended up doing the 3-wick in my kitchen. I had them going at the same time. That way my whole downstairs just smelled like banana bread. Then I have here Autumn Leaves, and this one I ended up burning in my bedroom and then I transferred it over to my bathroom. This smelled like Pine Sol. I am not a Pine Sol person. It was strong, but oh, I couldn't handle the smell of this one. But literally this was so strong that I could go outside and check my mail. Our mailbox is attached to our house and I could smell the candle all the way outside. So it would emit fragrance throughout my upstairs, down my steps, and outside. So let's get away from Yankee for a little bit and talk about some Aldi candles. So Huntington Home, I did use up the honey glazed pear cider. I was happy to look through my cabinets and see that I did have some backups of these. I think I have at least one more. This smells a lot like Swan Creek honey soaked apples. Despite being a pear scent, yeah, it just smells like honey soaked apples. Just that classic juicy honey crisp apple fragrance. Very sweet. I love fragrances like this. This is Cypress Mint, which I ended up doing in my bathroom. This was a little bit toothpaste-like. Wasn't a big fan. Wanted to work this out of my collection right away. But I do love these candles from Aldi. They're $3.99 for a soy-based candle. You really can't beat that price point. Here we have Juniper Suede, and I have to say I had a love-hate relationship with this. So on cold sniff, absolutely loved it, wanted to go back, wanted to hoard more of it. I did not go back. I only stuck to the 2 that I got, and I'm glad because I burned this in my bedroom and I wanted to love it so bad, but it just was not emitting enough fragrance for me. So unfortunately, this one just wasn't a powerhouse. This one would be an easy pass for me as the Juniper Suede. Let's go ahead and get a little off track and grab some of these melts. I feel like this month I have used so many melts, more melts than what you guys usually see out of me. So I did use a fragrance from Vintage Chick Scents, and this was Magnolia Bakery, buttery vanilla, fresh rolled dough, gooey batter, and a hint of sugared almonds. So when it came to this fragrance, I was expecting more out of it. I wanted it to be like super strong. I wanted it to be a powerhouse. I love powerhouse fragrances, and I wasn't getting that with it, but I was also sick that week. So I was talking to my best friend. She's like, oh, maybe it's because you're sick that you don't smell it that well. But unfortunately, I did put in another Vintage Chick fragrance yesterday, and I'm back to feeling good. And I don't know. To me, they're not as strong as I'd like. Don't know if I would end up repurchasing from Vintage Chicks because I like powerhouse fragrances. Speaking of vendors, I do have a vendor wax haul for Candles by Victoria coming up. It's been a while since I've ordered from her, so hopefully those are powerhouses. So from Better Homes and Garden, I do have 2 of these pumpkin banana bread melts. I'm unsure if they brought these back this year. I've had these in my collection for quite some time. I figured they would be very complimentary of the Yankee Candle pumpkin banana scone. So in addition to burning those candles, I ended up melting these. That way the house was a powerhouse of fragrance. I like my fragrances to be very predominant. Another melt I used up was from Yankee Candle. This is Sweet Plum Sake. This was the first melt that I actually used during the month of September. This was like my gradually getting into fall fragrance because it was still fruity, but yet it was like a deep, dark plum scent. Really nice fragrance. I do think that I have a couple more of these as well. Here is another Aldi Huntington Home, and this was one of their box candles. This was a single wick. Did not burn the greatest, as you guys can see. Let's see if I can read what this scent is. This was Spiced Cider. And I can't say that I liked this one. I was more than happy to get this out of my collection. Does it smell like spiced cider? No. I personally, I thought this smelled awful, and it didn't emit a lot of fragrance at all in my kitchen, so glad to free up the space from this and get it out of my collection. All right, let's go ahead and grab some Bath & Body Works candles. So these are 2 Bath & Body Works candles. Both of them are the same. They are the first candles that I ended up burning scent-wise that were fall, and this is Berry Waffle Cone. A lot of people think that this is more of like a summery scent. I mean, hence the name Berry Waffle Cone, but to me this smelled like raisin bread, and I'm so glad that I got quite a few of them at the outlet really cheap. These unfortunately were not the greatest burners. I had to pour wax off. They would end up just kind of extinguishing themselves, so I did have to baby them and work with them. The scent description on this is sweet summer berries, golden waffle cone, creamy vanilla with natural and essential oils. So I have lots of these little melts in here. So I did use up some Swan Creek Candle Heavenly Red Velvet Cake. I wanted to know what this would end up smelling like. I had higher expectations for it. It smelled like a cream cheese scent. It was definitely a good mixing scent, but alone I would definitely skip the Heavenly Red Velvet. Also from Swan Creek, and if you guys don't know, I buy the refill tubs. I end up melting the refill tubs down, and I pour them in these 1-ounce condiment containers to make scent shots. It gives my daughter and I a little craft to do. This is Cranberry Apple Crisp. It smells just like its namesake. You got a little bit of tart cranberry mixed with apple and a little bit of a light bakery scent in there. So then I have another of the Heavenly Red Velvet Cake. Another Cranberry Apple Crisp. let's see here. Like I said, there's a bunch of them in here. Oh, blackberry rose jam. That was absolutely beautiful. I want to hoard that fragrance. I think it's still on the website. Another heavenly red velvet cake. Most of these I did in increments of 3 because I have 3 downstairs warmers. Allspice pumpkin custard. This is just a classic, almost pumpkin pie filling fragrance mixed with a little bit of custard. Not the biggest fan of it. It's like a cinnamon pumpkin. There's other pumpkin scents out there I prefer. Once again, another allspice pumpkin custard, and a tried and true for me, honey soaked apples. I ended up doing that with the pear candle from Aldi. So I have more of those singles, but I'm pretty sure they are all duplicates. I also used up a Yankee Candle Home Inspiration Berry Apple. So this was really fruity, not really like fall fruity. This was more summertime apple fruity. Then there is another pumpkin butter cookies from Better Homes and Gardens that I used up. And I have here 4 more candles. This one is Chilly Rain Showers from Goose Creek. This was a beautiful fresh scent. I was surprised it was a powerhouse. I did this one in my bathroom. Let off really great fragrance. This would definitely be a repurchase if I placed another Goose Creek order. Then we have here Palo, Santo, Eucalyptus. This was just a lotiony scented candle. Really wasn't too keen on this one. Easy pass from Huntington Home at Aldi. Another Aldi Huntington Home here is Say Yes to New Adventures, Rhubarb and Tea Rose. Once again, another pass. This one is definitely heavy on the tea. If you like tea scents, this would have been right up your alley. Definitely keep an eye out for these limited edition collections, but just didn't float my boat. Really happy to have the extra space in my closet back. One last candle here, and this is an Aromascape from Yankee Candle. I got this on clearance, apple and cinnamon, and this one pretty much was non-existent. I really did not smell anything out of it. This was one of the candles I burnt the first week of the month, and it just didn't do anything for me. I figured it would be like juicy apple with a blend of cinnamon, and it just wasn't there for me. So this is an easy pass. I did use up a pack of wallflowers, and this is Bath & Body Works Champagne Toast. Scent description on this one is, let's see, does it have a scent description? Bubbly champagne, sparkling berries, and juicy tangerine. These were actually in my ensuite bathroom. Really nice scent. So that is my empties for the month of September. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and bye everyone.